And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Lady Spartan Pro Series powered by Game Gooder. I'm Taylor Reflections Noble, joined by Colin and Shyway for the first time, brother. It's great to be working with you. You've been killing it in the Halo commentary throughout multiple companies and multiple events. Great to have you here, brother. How you feeling?
Feeling great, and you're too kind. Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here. This is a hell of an opportunity. So I'm unworthy. It's just good to be with you.
Oh no, you're not. With that beard, Colin. Hey, honestly, Colin, with his beard, bro, he's putting us to shame. We were talking about that earlier.
I was going to say I had to dress it up on purpose because I heard you guys talk, and I could tell the moment I heard both of you talk, you were seasoned casters, and I've already heard some of the show too. It's been excellent so far.
Have you actually listened to me and Colin cast, and you're saying season, and you're saying all that?
I can tell. I know a caster when I hear one.
Okay, fair enough, Colin. Hey, you just got off the desk, obviously casting with Magic. Now you're with Shyway, but this is an important series and a great series. Honestly, two of the strongest teams I personally feel that we have currently competing in week number 1. Obviously, I'm talking about Hydra Gaming versus Need 8 Spad. You just witnessed Need 8 Spad, and how well they can truly play. Miss Audy with the sniper is nothing to play around with. We do get a bit of a difference in terms of map rotations and game modes, but still, the same Need 8s, the same Hydra. How you feeling about this one?
I look at this one as not just a preview of what might be coming later on down the road today, but this thing is a preview of what we're going to see week in and week out. These are your mad titans of this Lady Spartan Pro series. They are dominant in every way, shape, form, and fashion, and they are responsible for a whole heck of a lot of names that I think you're about to mention here in a second, Taylor.
Oh, yeah, definitely so. But first, let's give respect to the loser bracket. Shyway, they're competing for their life, right? They're at the bottom. I mean, it's either play well or go home, and they're already home, so I guess you're not losing out too much. But Fallen Esports already sitting in loser semifinal. But Mirage and Good Vibes, we just saw Mirage take a pretty heavy loss, 3-0 in a dominating fashion against Need 8 Spad. It's never easy to drop down from winners after you lose 3-0 like that.
I mean, definitely not. Look at 69 Bandits, by the way. We got to witness them earlier in the day. And
that is
unfortunately,
true.
they lost their series. Looks like they got swept a second time in a row. And just credit to Falling Esports. I know that team is, there's a lot of talent on that team, typically placing, I want to say, around third place in our previous tournaments we've had. So expecting big things from them. And I'm sure we'll see more of them considering they're waiting in loser semifinals. Like you said, Mirage dropping down to lower bracket. It does hurt for sure, especially with Good Vibes pushing through their side with a 3-0 as well. But, hopefully they can bounce back. Hopefully they can regain because they just went up against what could be a grand finalist, like we've been saying.
Yes, the grand finalists. And I love that, Colin, you said, this could be an indication of what we could be expecting in grand finals. And obviously, Hydra and Need 8 Spad, they have to cannibalize each other. One's going to be dropping down to the loser bracket. Rest in peace, ever has to play them. But that doesn't mean that they're not going to, or potentially not have a good chance to be in grand finals. So winners finals, it's set up like that. But as far as the other teams that's been eliminated, were you sad to see any of them go?
Like we talked about earlier, I was sad to see TCM go. I wanted to see 69 Bandits continue on a little bit as well, put up a better fight. But look, shout out to Falling Esports. After having to go up against Need 8s in that first winners quarters, they probably had some aggression and some revenge that they wanted to take out, which you see in their revenge tour 3-0, making it all the way to that part of the losers bracket that they already have. The thing I want to shout out is I hope that right here, right now, because we're in a best of 5, that we not only get a preview of what might be coming down the line, but we might get to run it back. What I've gotten to see a few weeks ago, this thing came down to an overtime cap in a capture the flag, my man, on a map 5. It went the distance.
Love it. I really do. And that's just how close they've been. But this time they have BlodreIna, talking in regards to Need 8s. And BlodreIna, Magic, gave her tip of the hat, an approval. She's been playing so incredibly well. Shyway, we've got 5 maps before you, and a bit of different, right? We've kind of seen the same rotation throughout both of our winners semifinals, this time being in winners finals. We're going to have these 5 maps in game modes. How you feeling about it?
I mean, I love to see it. I don't think you can go wrong with any of these maps in game modes. With Recharge Stronghold, it's going to be an interesting start for sure. A real test of team chemistry, teamwork, locking down this map, which is, of course, very asymmetrical. Typically, you do look to have that high ground point up on A as kind of like your initial point of control, we'll say. And whether or not teams can hold that control and lock down the spawns on C side, I think is the real question mark here. It will set a precedent for the series as well. We get a bit of an understanding as to who excels at what.
You talk about teamwork, and that's going to be a heavy-hitting talking point, at least for me personally, because teamwork is going to make the dream work, and Hydra has it, but so does Need 8 Spad, and I expected that to be pretty one-sided to Hydra, but after watching Need 8 Spad, I gotta say, I think they're going to be right there with them, talented 8 ladies about to compete against each other. Speaking of which, let's take a closer look in our head-to-head. And, you know, Hydra, Need 8's Bad, 2 of the best teams that we currently have in the bracket. We'll see how the loser is going to fare off, but we got to break them down. And Colin, I want to start with you. Let's talk about Need 8's Bad, and also give me, if you could, your player to watch presented by Respawn.
How could it be anybody else other than Miss Audy? What we just witnessed her do on the battlefield with the sniper, with the BR, with the rotations for her teammates, getting oh so close to 10 in a row, but falling just very short. But it didn't really matter. She basically single-handedly won a map 3 for her squad in this previous series we just witnessed on stream. I gotta keep my eye on her, because when we saw it in the capture the flag, she was able to control those side hallways on Aquarius, allowing BlodreIna to put pressure through the opposite side and the mid side of the map. When we went into that Slayer, we saw Audy and BlodreIna continuing to filter in for each other. So while I think Miss Audy is the player to watch, that tip of the spear, she ain't no slouch, and she's being backed up by 3 of the best women on the planet when it comes to Halo Infinite. But I think if there's anybody that's got to say something about it, it's going to be one of them ladies from Hydra Gaming. Shyway, who do you think it might be?
That's the thing, Colin. We're going to have to see. This is a hell of a matchup. And Hydra, if we go from consistency and just background placement, I got to go with Hydra. Hydra, this is a group of ladies that I have seen compete together, at least 3 of them I have seen compete together on a regular basis in Halo 5 and dominate in Halo 5. That's JENELE, Mynx, and Krandberri. But LeCar, I haven't seen much of. So I'm going to go with LeCar as my player to watch, mainly because of what I've heard and what I've seen so far today. All I've been hearing amongst the community is that she is incredible. She is dominant. She is next up. So I'm here out of curiosity. I can't wait to see what she puts together and what she brings to this team.
Shyway, Colin, you both picked both of the players I'm setting up the storyline for, which is beautiful. LeCar versus, obviously, Miss Audy. 2 ladies that just are so deadly in their own right in multiple respects. Now, make no mistake about it, all 8 ladies are incredible, but there's something a bit special about Miss Audy and LeCar. And Colin, we saw Miss Audy obviously pop off with a sniper, you know, just stone cold killer. She didn't even have any emotions when she was doing it, which, by the way, I love the player cams coming out for that. But on Hydra, though, we also saw LeCar, map number 1 Aquarius, drop 32 bomb, if I'm not mistaken, and single-handedly pretty much ran that flag and controlled mid against her first team of 69 bandits that she was going against. So I love this dynamic between these 2, but we've got to pick one horse in this race, and only one's going to win. Colin, who do you think it's going to be?
I put my hat in the ring of Need 8's in the last matchup. I talked about their aggression. I talked about the team fire and the teamwork that they got that can give them the edge to beat anybody on the planet. And I'm sticking with it. They got the team fire, the teamwork, and the aggression. Now they add in a chick like BlodreIna who can be oh so incredible at any situation you put her in. That Need 8's, they're going to need to be at top tier for this matchup, but they're going to need to give us the best show possible because they're going up against a hell of a Hydra squad.
Need 8's. I like it. Shyway, what about you?
Need 8's are looking good. They're definitely going to challenge Hydra more than I think any other team in this tournament, but I'm going with Hydra. I'm going with consistency. Okay. I'm going with what's tried and true, and I've seen Hydra take wins left and right and center, essentially. So I expect them to continue to do so, especially with the likes of LeCar and the team and the plays that we've seen so far. I mean, you talked about the 32 bomb, so a great setup.
Yes.
But I don't really think it matters if it's LeCar or if it's Mynx or if it's JENELE. Anybody on this team, you give them a snipe, you give them the right opportunity, they tend to pop off. They have that perfect timing, that perfect awareness to complement each other, and they got the experience to do it. There's no wild cards on this team as well, like we said, you know, having BlodreIna in the mix. Either way, it'll be a hell of a matchup, but I'm going Hydra.
Well said. All right, we got a great divide. I like this. The first time both of the talents will be going against each other. Now, Chat went with Mirage last time against Need 8's Bad. They ended up losing their channel points. And let me say, Chat cares about their channel points, and so do I, but I'm broke, so I can't even bet anything. But regardless, though, did they become fans of Need 8's Bad, or are they going to go with the fan favorites of Hydra, and they are going to go with Need 8? So Need 8's definitely now starting to have some fans in their corner. Shyway, you're by yourself.
Understandable. I mean, when you look at Miss Audy and her gameplay, look, I played against Miss Audy in 1v1s. I played with her in 2v2s. You do not want to be on the other side of her sniper rifle. She is nasty. The moment that she's popping off and she's in it, then she is deadly. Like you can feel the energy on the other side of the weapon.
Sure.
So I understand. Off of the plays that we've seen from her so far, she's inspired a few of you, but we'll see what Hydra does to flip that around.
We'll see. I mean, a core 4, from Hydra, and that's got to mean something, right, Colin? At least I think it's got to mean something. You got the core 3 from Need 8s, but let's talk about that honeymoon period. Blodreinafilling in, or maybe even, being the constant 4th we'll potentially be seeing for all 5 weeks of competition for, obviously, our LSPS Pro Series. But regardless, though, Colin, you add in Blodreina, you think the honeymoon phase is still hitting hard, and do you think that's giving them an edge?
I'm going to say this, and this is what I really believe. This is why I threw my hat in the ring with Need 8s, is the fact that on that Slayer, I saw Need 8s do something that I very few and far between see teams that aren't ready to take their gameplay to the next level. They played what I call in the fill-in position. They had a beautiful setup. They were spawn trapping their opponents on a Slayer, and anytime somebody died, the next player stepped up, got the kill, and moved in.
Right.
I called it out last time. I'm going to stick with that. That fill-in strategy shows me that they are ready to go up against Hydra. This isn't a honeymoon phase. This is practiced bravado, and they are ready to go at it.
Great points, Colin, really, and this is going to be a battle of the Titans, and I gotta say, I really don't know who's going to end up ahead here. That's why I'm glad I don't have to potentially give my predictions, because I don't want to. I want to see just a great matchup. And even though I do think one team might win over the other, I'm not going to say it because I don't have to. Hey, boys, it's going to be a great match. And can't wait to see it. We're going into map 1. Stronghold here on Recharge. Hydra versus Need 8's Bads.
And early in this one, we heard Shyway talk about it. You want that elevation. You want to be able to control the way that your opponents have to rotate around the map. Early in this one, Queen getting a lot of damage out onto her opponents, but is not able to finish up with so many of the kills. She's going to get some help from Damsel, but there's a second in for Queen as she rotates around. The only player getting knocked off from the side of Need 8s was, I believe, Queen, as Mynx rotated around and got the kill on her, and that's an incredible start. And oh, by the way, Miss Audy, she found herself a treat to work with.
Oh, she's getting very aggressive with it, though she'll lose it immediately. So, I mean, Colin, we talked about high ground weapon control, map control. Need 8's bad. They had literally everything they could ever had. And Audy, I mean, the center of that, she had the camo, the shock as well, but just kind of dropping it center map there. In the meantime, it looks like krandberri is not going to hesitate to earn back top A. So, despite losing that control early on, krandberri still with some control of her own, going to try to cover it. You can see krandberri going to drop another Blodreina down thanks to the shock.
And Audy's trying to challenge up the opposite side of the map. She misses that jump and actually gets taken down right there, pushed back into her spawn. We see a little rotation in from Divine, getting that kill there, and we're going to continue to see the trades coming out left, right, and center as krandberri gets one of her own. So nobody taking a definitive edge here. We're going to see this thing stay very close. I love the wiggle waggle there by JENELE, coming away with that kill in a 1v1 back hallway, and now we see another rotation in. But look at that. LeCar just waiting. She knows she can have shots for her teammate. She picks up one. She sees the contestation, and then she moves in, but it's Queen that comes away with a win. But there's the trade out. There's the fill-in. Shyway. Both of these teams are picture perfect thus far at being there for their squad mates.
The teamwork is apparent, that's for sure. They were so quick to collapse and to answer off each other. Because of it, look at the hole we got at a Hydra Gaming here. A and B currently locked down. They've got the positioning across the map to do it as well. How do they break through, though? On board with Audy. You can see she's looking for an answer here. Got one to her left-hand side. Blodreina going to pick up a kill to start. Audy looking for the chase and a cleanup as well. This is the opening they need. And can they activate off of this? You can see Audy alone in B, and she's waiting to cap it, but Miss LeCar will pounce from above.
Yeah, beautiful little jump there like a leopard from the top ceiling, getting that easy kill there on Audy as she was just waiting in the wings, hoping to find that quick pick. We're going to see the 2 hills picked up at the easy contestation right back out and retake by Hydra. Now A, under attack by Need 8s. They're trying to push in here. JENELE tries to jump up, gets the first shot off, but won't be able to get that kill. Queen and I believe Blodreina both picking up big kills there, getting them the A hill, and like we talked about earlier, this will continue to stay close. Last time we saw it be 62-0 before it was, or 60-0 before it was 250-62. This one is 56-48 and is going to continue to close that gap, continue to be very back and forth. I don't expect any true domination out here. Miss LeCar, though, across map, helping pick up that kill as well, getting the Guardian Angel for a squad as well. The repulsor route from JENELE doesn't connect, and Queen finds another.
Just continuous trades here in A. I think it's pretty apparent what the game plan is for these teams. Like I said, that anchor point to control top A. I mean, look at the sight lines that Audy has been gifted for locking this down. How does she play it? A couple nades out. JENELE going to poke and prod. That staircase we saw with LeCar earlier. can be so damn impactful. Audy in trouble, though. She's going to try to lock it down. As she does this, you can see her team is at the perimeter around the right-hand side. Going to get a favorable little opportunity here on a second player. That's krandberri, and a third going to drop as well. So map control in their favor. And look at this. They're going to force spawns over to Long Haul. This is an easy little setup for them.
And I love the fact that we see Need 8's kind of sticking to a consistent game plan. Perfect out there on a Blodreinaand now shots on a Divine. JENELE, a ton of damage, has that first kill, and they know they can push in. JENELE goes with the plasma grenade throw, doesn't get the stick, but Audy actually gets the trade out there. Beautiful job by the side of Audy and Need 8's to get that, to at least get that trade to keep A under contestation for a moment, but kills back and forth. krandberri by herself, by her lonesome of an A, gets the retake on it as well, and they will start to garner up some points, but there's the quick rotation in yet again. It's going to be up to Divine Damsel to help add in some defense here. Shots in, helping out Blodreinaget another kill there at A, and Blodreina and Audy have been the tips of the spear all game long. Queen with the 10 kills and 2 assists, only being followed up by Blodreina. Audy, and I believe on the opposite side, xLehcar, have done the best job possible, but I think the game plan, Shyway, from Need 8's is to keep xLehcar from being an overwhelming force.
They got to keep any of these players back if they can, right? You can see Need 8's bad are so consistent in getting back A control, and they always have somebody in position to capitalize off of losing a member. There's no full round of slays coming out of Hydra Gaming. They can't seem to find the opening they need. Instead, you see the exact opposite. Queen going to continue to guard the doorway, and it's up to Hydra to push up to her to break things down. As she bounces out, she's always got a teammate nearby to make things difficult too. Going to slide into JENELE. JENELE going to do her best with that bob and weave to stay up here, but you can see krandberri dropping and JENELE once again, so they lose that aggressive opportunity again here.
I like that from Queen. The quick rotation out, saving her life, just keeping herself not being one shot. She had a little bit of shield left, but she allowed her teammates to rotate in to go for the help. Shots across by Divine Damsel. Big body shots as well, trying to add in some defense over at the A-Hill. Nades coming out from Audy, trying to reach xLehcar in the back of this one. It's going to be shots on as she rotates down. There's the kill onto krandberri. Now a second one onto the car. Having to be in a 3v1 is Mynx still holding on to the A-Hill. That would have been oh so impressive by Audy. She could have come away with that, and they're threatening up B as well.
Oh, but the damage is done though, right? Just the fact that Audy can get in there, get a double kill, put shots into a third, it delays that timing. It allows her teammates to push up to get B and to continue to reign over the map here. Mynx going to do what she can just to try to stop that camo player. A Queen in her sight, she will take her, and maybe an opportunity here for Hydra Gaming if they can lock this down. You see they got A and B back in their favor. Mangler in the back pocket. That's going to be important for Mynx, especially with Divine Damsel on the challenge here.
And Damsel knows that she has to try to protect herself in that cubby corner. She's going to slide in here, bottom side of A, push into B, try to go for the rotation here, gets that hill to go. 2-1 capture back in favor of Need 8's. Mangler out, gets the shield, but doesn't get the finish as well. Audy gets 1 kill. Now in a secondary 1v1, has to worry about it. Gets to the bottom of the staircase, but gets shot on from behind and gets taken down. xLehcar with enough damage to allow her teammates to get that first. Now she gets a second there. On to Damsel, and xLehcar found that Mangler on the ground. Now picks up a shot onto Queen, gets the shield. Third shot in with a BR, gets the kill, and they have taken back over B. Contestation at A has been nullified for now.
Oh.
And that is a beautiful little shot in, but I believe it was more damaging to her own teammate.
Right, and I've seen that. That's the second time we saw it at a xLehcar, so a very intelligent idea, but if it doesn't quite work out, you can hurt a teammate with it too, and here it is. Once again, looking for that remote detonation. A little extra damage to add to the stats here, but the sword a little better. Divine Damsel going to come out, grab a kill of her own. When we take a look at the stats, compare them side by side, I think it's it's very obvious to see Need 8's bad. They are popping off with the slays here. Divine Damsel starting to catch up, now entering double digits as well. I talked about xLehcar earlier and that player in the spotlight. I think she's the one we need to see start to pop off here, start to get some kills if they're going to reverse this.
That is a big double capture in from Need 8's as well. You can see how much they were trying to strain at the B hill, juke and jive behind those little pillars to make sure that they come away with that retake. Here comes xLehcar pushing in. Nade out. She gets taken down by Blodreinaand Blodreina is able to get the shield right back in her favor. She's looking for the next rotation in. I believe she saw the call out at long haul. She knows that they're going to be pushing in toward her. It has to be a split push, though. I think they got to find a way to get pressure at both hills to not allow the over rotation to come in from Need 8's, but I mean, getting shut down in the middle of the map. They are in the middle of a crossfire if I have ever seen one. Divine Damsel, sword in the back pocket. I mean, she is the first line of defense for B-Hill. Somebody's going to go in there. She's going to take them to fencing class quick, fast, and in a hurry.
And the other team needs to hurry at this point as well, though, right? They got no choice but to push. We got 6 seconds left to close this out, and bodies dropping left and right. That's a triple for Divine Damsel. She picks up 2 cross map, cleans it up with the sword, and cleans up the game as well. A dominant start to the series here, 250 to 124.
Exactly the kind of start that Need 8's needed, because against a team like Hydra, you kind of give them the leg up, you let them start to feel themselves and get very confident in those fights. That is when they become their scariest and their strongest. On the opposite end, Shyway, I really love the way that Need 8's stuck with their game plan early. xLehcar, negative through the first, I believe, about 4 minutes of that game. She could not find her footing. She did come away with a couple of kills consecutively about mid-game, but it seemed like the strategy was don't let her pop off, allow our teamwork and aggression to win the day early, and they amounted such a lead that it forced Hydra into some pretty bad spots late in game on that strongholds.
Right. I know I came in with the prediction for Hydra, but, I'm eating my own words to start this off. That's for sure. Because, look at the slays and the comparison. It's just not even close. And a big part of that, like you said, they shut down xLehcar. How did they shut her down? They controlled all the weapons in the sandbox, right? They had the shock, the camo to start the game. Later on, we saw Divine Damsel with the sword just locking down the doorway. Such a useful way to use the weapon. But I think the setup was king in the end of the day. A as your anchor point, but almost as important as A is that attic position on the other side of the map. You could see the power that Divine Damsel had with her sightlines to just take easy kills through center. I'm sure we'll see a couple of them as we got our replays now up on screen.
Oh, yeah, we're going to see a couple of big kills from both of these squads. And really, I think the most impressive thing to me is just how quickly both teams were at filtering in for their teammates, giving them a second chance at a retake, giving them a third chance sometimes at a retake. And it just went the way of the day in favor of Need 8's more often than not. And you'll see that throughout the highlights. I love the way that they have been able to keep each other kind of in their peripherals, really. Nobody's ever kind of out of sight line for a teammate on Need 8's, and I think that's what's really been the deciding factor in a lot of their engagements.
Hyper awareness of their setup for sure, and I think it's just the damage that Miss Audy was dealing as well throughout the game. We saw a double out of her right there, but there are certain scenarios where it's not just the kill that she gets, it's the amount of health she's got afterwards to then continue to be a nuisance on the map and draw attention to herself. She won't die. She makes her opponents work hard for it. And if you got to work hard for it, that is time wasted and easy time for your teammates to get space and to make big plays like we just saw at a Divine Damsel. So what a start to this series, but if Hydra bounces back, I think this is the map. This is the game type to do it, Colin.
It has to be. LeCar had what? We heard Taylor say a 32 bomb. And yeah, it's on CTF. You have an objective that you have to be concerned with at all times. So you might be picking up some extra kills here or there because people might be paying attention to the objective rather than your positioning. Now you move into a team slayer, though. If you're Need 8's, Shyway, I want you to put on the coach's cap from me. Do you stick with that game plan early, go for that power, go for the camo in the mid-bridge, and then try to keep LeCar on the back foot? Find her spawn, find her, and then always have 2 players kind of rotating around the map looking to keep her from warming up?
Definitely. I think you keep the confidence up, right? You carry that confidence, carry that momentum into game 2, and you win that opening strat, especially on Aquarius. The opening strat is so massive. It's a very simple, easy to understand map. You got all the goodies in the center. You got the heat wave, the camo to fight over, the thrusts as well, right as you come out the bases. If you earn that control off the opening setup, forcing a spawn is very obvious for the enemy team. If you get it in the fridge, back in utility, whatever it is, you can set up and cross around it and create a snowball. And Colin, I think you pointed this out beautifully earlier, is make that happen around Miss Audy. Let Miss Audy do her thing. Let her make big plays because the whole team, they will all feed off that in unison.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Lady Spartan Pro Series presented by Game Gooder. I'm Taylor Reflections Noble, joined by Colin and Shyway. Look, you can do everything right in life, all right? But there's always something that's going to interfere. In this case, it was the internet. Now, you guys are all gamers. Maybe, you know, ladies and gentlemen, whoever you are probably gaming, or you probably are gamers or watch gaming, all right? Technical issues happen, and your internet sometimes just doesn't act right, all right? And that was the case here, but that's okay. We're back, and they also didn't start map number 2. So, boys, we still get to see map number 2 in all its glory, but now we have the rare chance to break down map number 1. Shyway, I pass it to you. What went down in map 1, and what was it looking like for Need 8's bat, and why were they so successful?
It was looking surprisingly dominant. I came in with my very confident Hydra Gaming prediction and completely got thrown the other way, apparently. And because of the map control and sandbox control we had witnessed out of Need 8's bad, it was excellent out of them. They seem to always have that perfect positioning, whether it was on A side or over on Attic. They're very well spread out. And if somebody dies, they're always ready to act off of that opportunity. It's very quick, very coordinated. I expect to see more of it coming up.
And that's something Colin brought up, about the refresh, right, Colin? About how one person falls, another one is there to replace.
Yeah, without a doubt, and that's what I think is going to win Need 8's this matchup. That's why I went with them in the first place. I threw my hat in that ring because I was just so impressed with their teamwork. But Taylor, this is a sticky situation for them because you feel good, you feel great about that map 1 win, and then you get a little bit of a reset. So all that momentum, all that hype, all that adrenaline might be out of your corner right now.
All right, well, map number 2, Slayer on Aquarius. Let's see how it's going to unfold. We need an answer back from Hydra Gaming. Will we get it?
Early in this one, it looks like Hydra Gaming is giving the answer 2-1. They get the, I believe they got the camo. They might have gotten away with it. I'm not sure if they actually got it off before they were able to get down here. You're going to see extra players getting the shots there. Trade out yet again, 4-2 in favor of Hydra Gaming early in this one. So still really early goings, but they are doing much better here in the team fire category. They're doing much better at the team rotations. That's why they continue to keep their lead.
That was actually beautiful out of Krandberri, though. She dropped the player and then managed to milk that fight with Miss Audy and somehow find the headshot despite the little 2v1 coming from behind her. So that type of damage out of Krandberri and out of Hydra is exactly what they need to bounce back. You got JENELE up above as well, but Queen's going to shut her down with a double. And I mean, if that's the answer that Need 8's bad has, then what do you do? How do you get any momentum?
You got to find a way to get a couple of kills early and often, or quickly and often. The answers are there. You can see Need 8's now extending it to 2. It's 8-6. They're continuing to try to find their teammates for the help. Now 9-6. Again, another beautiful assist coming through. You can see the trades and the kill feed coming back and forth left and right. Still 3, though. LeCar will throw out the first plasma, try to slide in. Double shots him from the BR. Get the kill there on the Queen. And now they're going to continue to try to move forward and find the next victim on their Tower of Power, their tirade here, as they continue to trade out across the map. They cannot seem to find more than one at a time. Heatwave shots in. Finally find it on to Miss Audy, but it took everything out of Mynx to just get one.
Like we said in the last game, how difficult it is to kill some of these players. If they stay up, they play their lives carefully, and it's going to be hard to break away with any opportunity. On top of that, you can see Need 8's bad picking up 2 kills here. Krandberri now in trouble, going to do her best to try to walk away with 1. Mynx and iBlodreina, they do trade in the feed here. Queen still looking, or I believe it was Krandberri. She's backed off. JENELE back there as well. You got the dynamo nades coming in just to keep her away. An opportunity maybe for Hydra to start to work together on Car side. You can see how many of them are hanging out here. They got a 3-player push up through, but can they win this fight?
Ooh. That was beautiful by Damsel. Getting away with that DK shuts down that quick little retake. You talked about it. They put all their eggs in that basket. There were all 4 players in that hallway looking to try to get double shots onto anybody and put them down quick, fast, and in a hurry. Krandberri here with that heat wave, looking to find somebody to pick on here, but she's going to get the call-outs that everybody from Need 8's is behind her. She turns to try to burn, isn't able to find anybody just yet. Queen's going to go down to the middle of the map. 16-19. They've cut the lead down very quickly, but she goes and falls to Damsel, and now Damsel's going to need the help over the top. 4 kills is the lead, and now down to 3, back up to 4. I mean, this is back and forth. This is what you want to see out of your best teams. Trading punches in the middle of the ring, not allowing either team to really get a definitive hold and grasp. I love that dynamo there at the very end. It puts her in such a sticky situation.
Yeah, I mean, it's brutal. It literally sticks you to your spot, right? It has a pull on you that slows you down, makes it very difficult to escape, so there was nothing she could do, and Miss LeCar going to come in and answer as well. And look at what they've done. They've tied it up 23-all. We talked about how narrow this was, how scrappy this has been so far. Queen going to open up with a kill. And it's all about whether or not a team can break away with multiple. Taking down 2 right there might give Need 8's bad a chance to earn the match. You can see they're pinched over on blue side here. Queen is still going right now. 9 kills to her name.
LeCar finds Audy, and that's a big kill for the side of Hydra. Queen trying to play through the backside of the spawn. Finds LeCar, but gets traded out. Now Reina moves in, trades out as well. JENELE trying to throw in fragmentation, add in some help for her teammates. Is going to get shot up and shielded. She has to rotate down, but she's going to get rotated on. There's the extra shot. 1 more can come through. She doesn't go down. Beautiful job playing her life. 2 more kills come through for Hydra. They are now just 1 kill away. The quick little burst out from Audy tries to save her, but she will not stay alive. Not enough this time, and this thing is tied right back up 28-all.
What a live out of JENELE, right? She had no health left whatsoever. Just the fact that she scampered out of that fight and gave the opportunity to her team to pick up the pieces, managed to bring this game back to a tie. Of course, it is far from over. Queen is somehow snuck away with a camo. Still looking for JENELE here. JENELE going to make her life scarce, but Miss Audy does pick it up. 32 now. Spawner's up in the fridge, and Queen in a perfect position to get a little flank here. And you can see she's already started.
See what they can do here as Queen's trying to look for the angle here. Tries to slide in, looking for her teammates' callouts. LeCar here inside of the spawn is going to get extra shots in on Queen. Queen slides right into her crosshairs. Now LeCar tries to push up, gets the melee beat down for the kill. The assist is there, though, but 35-34. Need 8s is 1 kill in the lead, but Damsel gets tagged up but still finds a way to answer there on a Mynx, and the trades are all you're looking for. If I'm Need 8s, you don't take a fight unless you got a little bit of help. You don't want to take 50-50s. You don't want to give them a chance to tie it up, maybe even take a lead. There's another kill through the middle of the map by Miss Audy. On to JENELE, now pushing over, looking for the help on her teammate. Slides right into a fragmentation, but gets taken out, but there's the assist. There's the trade out. That's all you're looking for if you're 8s. You want to keep in the lead by 1, but Damsel falls to a beautiful couple of shots from LeCar, and that ties it up yet again at 38-38. Now 39-38. Lead back in favor of Hydra going into the final portions of this map.
Colin, you called it beautifully. It's about that teamwork. It's about playing in pairs, and Hydra, they're doing it exceptionally here. You can see that Mynx does have some help as she picks up one with the commando. Sorry, it's LeCar who's popping up. Look at her slide back out of car. Speaking of the spot she's in here, and try to stay alive. Blodreinagoing to pick up one. Krandberri in position to answer. 42-40 at this point as Hydra is looking to pull this series up to a tie. They need just 8 kills to do it, and look at the team fire coming out of it.
Now only needing 7. Divine will get 1 there, trying to make it 2, but there's the answer back. Mynx finds another one. Shots in. Reina goes down as well. 5 kills to go. 9 needed before 5 if Need 8s wants to come away with a 2-0 lead here. But that is going to be very hard sledding for them as you're going to see the marks out. You're going to see players sliding in. Queen gets double shot on and taken down, and they find a way to live that. 48. Now looking to make it 49. LeCar needs 1 on a Blodreinato try to get that kill. Won't be able to get it. Throws out the frag. Sliding through with the commando, reloading it, waiting for that next fight, that next positioning. JENELE will see all the respawns start to come out across. Throws out 1 frag. She's trying to entry frag there. Get the knocks, get the shields, what she's looking for, really, to try to give the intel to her squad.
Need 8s knows they can't give up a kill here. So look at how they answered. They rotated the entire team to the back of the map. But despite being together, they are not safe. Look at the cross coming in. The melee through. A trade comes out for 49. And 1 kill to close it. There it is. Hydra Gaming. They not only answer with a win, they've now tied up this series with a 50-44.
Beautiful comeback there by Hydra. When you saw Need 8 start to extend it 3-4 kills out ahead of them, you saw Hydra start to play back, play into their pairs, play into their team fire, and it gave them a chance to pick up a kill here, a kill there. It wasn't like they were trying to get the whole cake at one time. They said, let me get a slice, I'll go take a sip of my drink, I'll come back for another slice. Too much sweetness might give me the cavity in a tooth, but they found a way to get those kills back slowly but surely, and that, Shyway, is what wins them the day.
Yeah, they're definitely not counting calories, are they? They're going in for all the cake, any opportunity. I'm trying to play off your food jokes here, but I do think the biggest thing, though, was the survivability out of Hydra, but the flanks that we saw as well. We saw a few big ones out of Miss LeCar mid-game there, sneaking in from down low, finding ways to disrupt these 2-player setups. I think plays like that are a great way to offset anything that could have been like a team wipe. If you can find that one survival, that one little flank to disrupt things, it changes the whole game plan, and it just felt like Need 8s were kind of slipping off of those little moments.
Right there, though, the difference is those 6 kill difference is the 6 assist difference as well, which tells me that all 50 kills for the side of Hydra came way of a little bit of help. I mean, it only comes out to, I believe it was 22 assists on their team, but it was 22 to, I believe, 17 if I did the mathematics in my head right. But those 6 kills is the difference in the 50-44 we saw at the very end. That gives you the entire storyline of the day. When Hydra needed it the most, their teammates and teamwork was there. And on the opposite end, I mean, of course, it always helps when Miss LeCar starts popping off and she's got a commando and she's making people look silly. I mean, look at this. Audy jumps through, and I don't know if she missed the shot as she came through that doorway. I'm sorry for interrupting my own damn point, but that thing was just too impressive not to call out.
Right, and that play was off a nasty flank out of LeCar, because we, at that point in the game, we had this perfect little 2-2 split out of need 8s. They seemed like they were coordinated. They were ready to push up on the map, but then LeCar came out of nowhere, out of back car, got behind them, completely broke the setup, and then picked up 2 nasty kills like you had pointed out. So plays like that, they allow Hydra to break away. All of a sudden, we're even Steven, right? We're coming into this 1-all on Streets Oddball, and this is where a team has to break away.
This is what kind of worries me for need 8s. This is where it gives me cause to pause in my prediction for them to win. Okay. Because they have been so dependent, so codependent on one another. All 4 of them firing on all cylinders, being able to get kills. We saw it in that first Strongholds when they were all 4 alive and well on the map and could rotate for one another. They were playing perfect. They mounted such a big lead. That Slayer, they got separated out. That's what gave up that kill lead and eventually lost a map too. We go into Oddball. Somebody has to kind of make that decision. Somebody's got to have the oddball to garner you points. Who do you take out of those fights? Who do you put into those situations? Because once you take one of those 4 fighters away, it seems like that's when the need 8 struggles start coming into favor for the side of Hydra.
That's a good point. And I think some of the best teams, they find ways to secure ball time, but not go down a man at the same time. They're able to very carefully rotate and pick up and drop the ball and have an understanding of when to drop and when to cross and when to work with that team. So it never really feels like it is ever a 4v3. It's a 4v4 with a team setup and high ground and everything. So I think it's going to come down to who can control the setup, control the weapons with the ball, but also have that flexibility. When the pressure's on, can you bounce back?
And right now, the pressure is certainly on. It's all tied up 1-1. This will be our first broadcasted match of the day that will not go the way of a 3-0. Early in this one, you can see Queen sliding out to that ledge, looking for the shots across the map. Won't be able to find but so much damage. The Commando in the hands of LeCar, putting out a ton of damage, but the kills coming through early in favor of need 8s, and the power weapons might go that way as well. The ball certainly does. BlodreIna has picked it up, and they start to rotate it here through the commercial district, around the left-hand side of the map, but LeCar finds Audy, and now pushing through the middle of the map. Krandberri looking for the flank, is going to get shielded, and there's the takedown by Queen. She has the Bulldog in hand. Damsel traded out immediately, and I like this. LeCar, she basically secures that spot. She secures enough damage and kills over there to wait for the perfect moment to move up and pick up the oddball.
You can see it's still scrappy, though. We got spawners up in PD, so they got to be careful. They cannot afford to get a hold just yet. They need to make sure they can guarantee a couple slays. Unfortunately, that ball did not rotate with them, though, so need 8's bad. They're now in position to do something with it, unless Krandberri has something to say about it. She'll put a couple shots in from behind. You got Audy, opposite side map, though, on C side. Already dropping a couple players. You can see she picks one up in the feed. So that positioning out of her might disrupt things for Hydra Gaming. They're getting tagged up left and right here as they try to get away with the ball.
Right there, I mean, Krandberri trying to escape, but a double and now a triple kill coming in for Damsel. She picks up the ball, just trying to rotate it here inside of the subway. Give them a little bit of safety and security as they get to the backside of the spawn. Nades are going to be thrown out here, just trying to slow up the rotation by the side of Hydra. Here comes LeCar. Shots on. She's going to get a ton of damage out early. Queen falls. Now with a quick rotation in from Audy, gets the kill. It looks like they're trying to maintain ball control while also trying to take over that mid-map portion of the sector because they want to be able to pick up the respawn rockets. You can see that's exactly what they're doing as Queen takes over the ledge and is starting to look down to the bottom side. Only 3 seconds before the rockets respawn.
Really interesting position at a Queen, though. Her entire team opposite side of the map with the ball, and Queen still somehow locking down high ground in a sightline over the Rockets here. How does she play this, though? Getting challenged by multiple. Can she preserve her life? Rockets get picked up by JENELE, and JENELE gonna look to skate away with them. Somehow they grab the ball as well, so Queen might be in trouble here. She'll get pinched up at A. Ball gonna rotate to A here, and Divine Damsel gonna hit the spawn screen thanks to JENELE as well. A double and almost a triple. You can see we got multiple one-shots up here in tires.
A lot of damage being put out by JENELE after picking up those rockets. You can see her adding in all the flavor and flair for her squad. Damsel trying to answer back as quickly as possible, but this is still a decent mountain to climb for Hydra as they are down still 10 points at this point, 26-16. Audy pushing in through the middle of the map. First nade out. You see the ricochet. Won't be able to find anybody. Doesn't even get the damage marker, so she doesn't have any intel as of there. But she quickly rotates in, and Mynx was shielded out, and she gets the 2 shots with a down. Now she gets naded out in the middle of the map. Rotating in is going to be Queen, trying to get shots on the the next player from Hydra that pushes in, but Damsel will be there for the finish. Ball taken back in favor of Need 8s, and now Need 8s like a little conga line coming this side of the map. All 4 players stacked up, double nades thrown out. Looks like LeCar's trying to play her life for as long as humanly possible. Gets the trade, though. That is huge for her squad.
It's a great point. Just getting a trade in that situation, a deficit when you don't have high ground at the bottom of driveway, is an excellent way to give your team an opportunity to move up, unless Miss Audy is looking for you and she drops multiple, right? So the setup going to be back in the favor of Queen. She's going to try to rotate the ball out back here. What can LeCar do to break through? She's getting very aggressive, though. Shots into multiple. Will jump back over to Divine Damsel, still pick it up. And the fact that she's survived is now a nuisance for the enemy team. They have to look at her. They have to respect her as her teammates come in and clean up everyone else.
Oh, another kill comes through, though. Audy gets the kill on the car. They slide in to pick her off, and I think that's been the story of the day. Audy trying to keep LeCar kind of soloed out by herself. Damsel will pick up the rockets, try to boost away. Won't make it, though. JENELE's right there, and now JENELE, bulldog in one hand, rockets in the pocket. That is just a hell of a setup if I've ever seen one to even try to take forward. She gets taken out, but she does get a kill before going into the grave. Krandberri gets the ball and will take it off into the subway, as now Queen trying to answer back, adding in a ton of damage, but gets taken out from the right-hand side. And here comes the pickup from Krandberri, just continuing to rotate the oddball inside of the subway. 16-point differential. Still early goings of this matchup, but back and forth yet again we have between these two teams. Hydra and Need 8s putting forward their best foot.
Look at Mynx, so sneaky. Mynx is hiding behind the wall, and Alley Queen has the shotty, but she doesn't see her, and she'll get the backsmack for it. Looking cross map, she'll take Audy as well. What a disruptive play as they look to continue to defend the ball here. They got to get rid of Divine Damsel. The Divine Damsel, clutch kill to take out Krandberri, slow things down for the team, and they're not collecting ball time. You can see, well, all this happens despite the play at a Mynx. They could not get the ball as quickly as planned. They'll get some scrappy time here, but now Queen is back to hammer the doors.
There's a big first shot, second and third being answered back. There's the shield. One more to go, and the double kill in for LeCar. She takes care of Blodreinaand I believe Miss Audy on that side of the map, as Queen has to stay on the opposite side, and there's LeCar with another one onto Damsel. That is 3 big pickups, taking out the clutch and the 2 tips of the spear. Blodreinaand Audy for the side of Need 8s has really shut down their retake on this ball, and this will be down to 15 points to go, 15 seconds to go. Ball will be picked up by JENELE and rotated right back into the area of the subway, I believe. Blodreina tries to push in through the backside, but she's going to get picked off by LeCar. This has just been a Miss LeCar show to finish off this map number 3, or at least the early goings to pick up this first round.
They got to find a way to shut her down. Look at this score here, 19-7 out of Miss LeCar. It doesn't matter what you put in her hands. She's just going to hit shots and drop players. Because of it, you can see all the pressure here in C as the nades will continue to go off. Ball out center, 83 points to the side of Hydra Gaming. It's a quick little rotation going to come out here of LeCar, doing it all for her team. Does she pass it out? Does she go for a slay? Or do we just finish the last 10 seconds of time? It's up to Need 8's bad to find an opening to push up. They're running out of time to do it.
I love this play by LeCar. Even though she's taken herself out of the fight, and as good as she's been all game long in the fight, she keeps putting the side of Need 8's into a position to have to fly at her, to fly and possibly die to her teammates, as they know where her positioning is. So they're going to have to come through some very small alleyways, pick up there very quickly by Queen, but she gets taken out. 2 seconds to go now. Audy will pick it up, and you can see what Mynx is doing here. She's just trying to keep this ball out of their hands. Less than a minute to go in this round. They can pretty much win by stalemating it out here, as they have a point advantage. You can see Damsel pushing in with a bulldog, gets that kill there. 3 come through, now have to pick up 1 onto JENELE. Double kill for Damsel there. Ball picked up. And this could be tough sledding because I'm not the most mathematic person in the planet, and I can't do it that quickly. I'm not gonna lie to you, Shy.
It definitely is not a great spot for Need 8's to be in, but they did just get a full round of slays, and they got a ball set up. And look at the positioning at a Divine Damsel as well. That's an easy kill on the Mynx. Looking for a second. Out into Krandberri. Krandberri going to do what she can to drop her, and she will get it. All while that happens, 75 and counting, as Queen is going to try to squeeze a few more seconds out of the ball here, and they are managing to do it. You can see Hydra Gaming respecting them. They do not want to fail on this push. Rockets are about to spawn as well, so a double dilemma here. Do they go for the ball immediately? Do they play for the Rockets in 14 seconds? They actually can't afford to do it. They got to stop this ball as it gets to 95, and they'll send it out to the driveway. Divine Damsel's going to pick it up and get it just around the corner, but a double out of Mynx. Has to reload, but the damage that she is doing, is that enough for her team? 98 on the side of blue. Somehow they picked up the ball where it sits. It was Need8's bad.
That was enough of a distraction, Shyway.
Unreal. I can't believe what I just witnessed. I mean, what, 2 points away from closing out the round, but somehow Need8's, they find a way to secure round 1.
I'm just sitting here mouth agape because we saw where LeCar had to turn back and try to get shots on the 6 o'clock and got the pick, but it was like everybody turned tail to kill the player still coming behind him, and one player from Need8 just snuck in the final waning seconds to pick up those last 2 that they needed to come away with round 1, and already Need8 is on the board first, getting to double digits as well. They did have an early lead in the last one before it was a massive lead change in favor of Hydra Gaming. And Shyway, I've got to posit the question here. Does LeCar regret dropping the ball at 98 seconds
Probably.
to go for some more stat padding?
Definitely, right? If she just hid behind the, the vending machine with the shotgun for 2 more seconds, that round would have been over. But she went out front, she got a little aggressive, got into the fight, maybe thought she was okay, and because of it, I mean, here we are in round 2. And you got to think of how destructive this can be for your mental. I mean, look at the points on the board, 35 and counting, as Need8's bad have a setup, they got positioning, they got all the confidence in the world as we see Miss Audy. Now she's popping off with a double.
Beautiful job there as Audy is continuing to apply pressure up to 45 seconds and counting. And you want to talk about the wind coming out of your sails. Yep. I mean, it was like a hurricane went through that pontoon boat of Hydra Gaming as they were 2 seconds away from picking up round 1. And now a down bad. I mean, they're down 1 round and up over 50 points for the side of Need8 and continuing to add some pressure with the Bulldog there. BlodreIna gets 1. Krandberri coming in on the flank with at least 1 teammate. Gets taken out. There's the melee, but she will still not get a kill. It'll be up to Mynx to try to pick up both, and she can't pick them up. It'll be Divine Damsel coming in the last few waning moments. Miss Audy will find the Bulldog like it was Christmas morning on the ground, and will pick it up yet again, continuing to add some damage. Damsel's going to get tagged up early in this one. 65 seconds and counting, 35 needed. The 2v1 comes through for the side of Need8, and they are well on their way to coming away with this oddball.
This is rough, Colin. No question about it. Hydra Gaming has lost full off of that first round. I mean, look at the scoreline. You got 3 out of Mynx, 1 out of JENELE, 1 Krandberri. She just got her second. They barely have any slays to answer with the 8 and 8 out of Miss Audy and Divine Damsel to start this round. They are just dropping them like flies. Ball going to go back to BlodreIna if she wants it, or if she wants more kills. My God, I mean, what do you take at this point? It just seems like everything is being given to them.
Yeah, they're doing everything in their power to just shut this down right now. They want to take a 2-1 going into map number 4, and it'll be one of those situations where it's almost like Hydra looked at it as they have to pick up 1 more map to go 2 Slayers and get a win here over Need8, but Need8 looks to shut this down here, 78-4. Queen's going to be in a bad spot, hit with that first frag grenade. Beautiful movement by Miss LeCar, but will not be enough. She gets taken out on the secondary fight against JENELE on the opposite side of the map. You can see Mynx now, bottom side of the street, picks up a double kill before being taken out. But kills being traded are not good for the side of Hydra Gaming, in my opinion, because it allows Need8 to continue to push in. A fragmentation followed by a headshot by BlodreIna. Finds her a DK as well. Ball has been reset. Respawns to the middle now.
I think we had a question earlier about what BlodreIna would bring to this team, as she is a bit of, wild card on the roster, but seeing a double like that as she's just popping off, you know that she's brought value to this roster. 88 and counting as they look to close out the round. Unfortunately, BlodreIna will die. JENELE in a bit of a fight of her own. Unfortunately, she will drop to Miss Audy, and Miss Audy going to turn and burn a second. And you know she's looking for more here. Krandberri, might have been the next victim. She'll stop it for now, a double of her own.
Beautiful job, but she gets shot on from behind. BlodreIna right there for the fill-in. LeCar looking for any player trying to jump up into that apartment. Won't be able to find either one of them. Gets the shots onto the middle. Queen picks up the rockets. Shot in. Gets the kill on the car as well. Ball will be taken, but I believe Damsel will still have the rockets in her pocket. Looking over the top set of the stairwell. Divine will drop down. Hit the melee for the kill, and now we'll push up toward this subway. Gets put into the bend with about 3 or 4 nades going off in her face. The quick slide in and the ball taken. 10 seconds to go. I don't believe we see Need 8s make the same mistake. I believe Queen is going to try to shut this down right here. Every fiber of her being says, hold on to this ball for 1 more second. She does just that, and I think I saw it. There was some emotion. BlodreIna with the pride and the passion we've wanted to see all day long. Big smiles come out of her as they pick up map number 3 in 2-0 victory on the back of what can only be called a blunder in my book. I can't say it any other way. I want to be nice about it, Shyway, but I can't.
That's completely fair. And what a learning opportunity, I think, is an incredible game that we just witnessed. First of all, you've got a team it's what, 98 to like 60 or 50 or something in the middle of that game. And just the wherewithal, the fact that this team was able to get around the slays, bounce back, stay confident. The ball rotation at the end of that round, at a Divine Damsel, by the way, to stay alive and continue to rotate the ball up the driveway to keep it away from them and pass it over to Stairs just for those clutch final seconds. I mean, to be able to pop off like that when the pressure is on, that is just testament to the level of play out of these ladies. And then we get to see how that affects your mental coming out of the round, right? When you can bounce back, what that does to you, how that can offset you. I think this is a perfect example. Need 8s, they're riding high off this momentum. They're not letting up.
Yeah, no way, no how are they going to let up. And taking a look over the stats, the stat line here, Queen with over 2 minutes of ball time, my man. Every meme in history about you can pick up the oddball, I swear it won't kill you, has just been shut down by Queen. It has been shut down. She's like, I'll pick it up, I'll hold on to it, I'll do a little jig and a little dance, I'll hold on to every single thing needed. That is what I call a team leader. We talked early, in my opinion, about how crucial her leadership would be to her squad, but holding on to the ball that long, and then you get Miss Audy and Divine, 61 kills combined. Wow. I mean, my God, Shyway, whoa.
I mean, I told you, I played against Miss Audy. She's cracked. She's insane at this game. You don't want to be on the other side of anything that she's holding, whether it's a BR, an AR, a freaking, what is it, the disruptor pistol. It doesn't matter. She's going to kill you. We got Dee doing it as well with a triple kill to start the game. I mean, the massive plays out of her not only slaying, but also, like we said, the flexibility as a teammate to be able to know when to rotate the ball, when to be that team player, just to always be present, always be making those smart decisions. LehCar did what she could, and she made some nasty plays. I mean, look at this out of Miss LehCar, but it just wasn't enough.
It was not enough indeed. And Shyway, I made the point earlier in the day, and I would love to get your outlook on this. And the last time these two teams played, and I called out that it ended in that map 5 in an overtime at Hill capture and capture the flag. And then they add BlodreIna to the squad, and I made the comment to Magic. I said, look, I think they added BlodreIna because she's aggressive, she's fast, she understands her positioning very well, and they basically built this team to go up against Hydra. It's not like they were building this team to just be a top contender. They said, no, if we can beat the big dog on the block, there ain't no need for us to be but so concerned with everybody else.
That's a good point. Just to form the ultimate, Hydra destruction squad, whatever you want to call it. I mean, this is a perfect counter so far. I mean, it's been beautiful. And one thing is for sure, off of what the momentum they've gained in that previous game, it just seems like they're unstoppable. It seems like they're all in tune, they're locked in, they're confident going into this. I wonder what the narrative is on the other side, though, on the side of Hydra. What does the conversation sound like? What are the comms like? Are they unhappy with that last game? Are they even thinking about it? Are they focused on the next one, which I think they should be?
Yeah, they've got to focus up. You really wash that away. Have the pitcher's mentality. You might have given up the home run. You might have given up the big hit with that first round, and then you get kind of whitewashed away in the second round. There's the hype that I wanted to see out of BlodreIna. That is, shout out One Time Production, letting us see the smiles, letting us see the happiness as they close out map number 3. In 2-0 fashion, even though that first round really came by the skin of their teeth. And Shyway, this next map, this bizarre map, this is the actual same map that grand finals I casted on. That final overtime point, this is where it went. So this is a do or die for Hydra on a map that it took them overtime to beat them on last time. I'm looking forward to this one. I'm shaking right now. I'm so excited.
This is a perfect map, and I'm not surprised that this was the map that did go to that overtime, just because of the way the map is designed. Even if you do have a lot of momentum, a lot of confidence off the last game coming into this one. The way it's designed with, you have to cap 5 flags to win. You got to slay the whole team at least like twice to cap 1 flag. There's so much coordination. There's so much time that goes into this. It's going to be a long game, no matter what way we shake it, to the point where even if you're coming in confident, there's plenty of time for Hydra to regain. There's plenty of time for them to go back on their game plan, go back on their mentality, their confidence, and to find it in this game and to answer before it's too late, as opposed to some other games that tend to snowball. Bizarre CTF, this is a brawl the whole way through. This is going for the long haul, Colin.
This is indeed going to go for the long haul, and I know you just went for the long haul with your analytical breakdown that nobody could do better than you, but I've got to hit you with another one, baby. What strat do you seem to gravitate toward in the initials? On a CTF, on Bizarre, how do you want to see a team play it? Do you want to see them favor something along the midline, the OS, the Rockets? What is it that you're looking for?
It's hard to say because everything out center map is valuable depending on how you use it, right? The Rockets, of course, so powerful, but there's a grapple out bottom center. The grapple, if the flag is out, the grapple has the ability to hold the flag and can make some very tricky, very disruptive plays. The Dynamos on bottom mid, I mean, the Dynamos turn bottom mid into a power position because they spawn so frequently, they're so accessible, and they're such a great way to break setups. And then you got the Mangler as well. So I think anything can work. It's just a matter of how teams opt to take advantage of it and coordinate their resources here. We'll see what they can do, because this is the game. This is the game for Hydra to come back on Bizarre.
Beautiful shots in by LeCar earlier. Gets 1. Now tries to find a second. I love that. Stays behind that little box trying to get her shield back. The mark is there. She's like, somebody help me. She's behind 1 box. I can't shoot around it. I ain't playing Wanted video game. I can't curb my bullets.
Somehow she lived. That whole queen just managed to sit behind that box, and she gave up. And because of it, she's now going to rotate out and stay alive and hold that position. You can see Miss Audy, speaking of positioning, she's in a great spot here, already kind of moved up, high ground, shoddy in hand, looking for 1, and she'll turn and burn Mynx. I didn't even see her, but Audy with the next level awareness, going to try to find another. That's Miss LeCar and krandberri, who dropped 2. They locked things down in the flag. Can they stay alive for defense here?
Gonna have to try to be very tricky. Queen with the beautiful shots there. Gets the kill on a krandberri. Now looking for another. BlodreIna will fall on the opposite side of the flag, though, and that will give an opening over to the side of Hydra to try to push back out from their spawn. Yeah, asked if they could stay alive to play defense, and even though 1 player dropped, they stayed alive long enough and were able to rotate around enough to play enough defense to push back out toward the middle of the map. We're going to be on board with LeCar looking across the middle here, trying to look from OS to Rockets here, from right to left on most screens from her respawn point. Finds the shots on, and that nade she threw out actually finds Divine Damsel.
That's convenient. They'll get rid of her, and the pressure's still on, that's for sure. Mynx going to drop 2 as well, so now an opportunity here for Hydra Gaming. Straight through the double doors. Mynx about to run into a couple, though. Unfortunately, Divine Damsel will drop her. She does not stay alive, so pressure's still up here from Hydra Gaming as they look to hold on to this center map control. BlodreIna going to do what she can from BR to get a kill of her own, and so far she's doing just fine.
Ooh, she's going to spot JENELE with the OS on. She, I believe she saw that bad boy charging and said, I don't think I can take this. I can't take it just yet. I'll have to readjust, try to get some help. Queenie is going to fall victim to the perfect of JENELE as she still had some of that OS left over. Turns and tries to burn onto Audy. Audy, though, using every trick in her bag and just bunny hopping around, trying to stay alive. Gets enough help to get a kill as well. Now pulls out the Bulldog, but Mynx's fragmentation, too good, too strong right there. She's going to rotate into that same position. A pick by LeCar on the flag will at least make it into the bar and won't make it any further. They will have a chance to go for the retake there, and they're already on it, but it looks like the kills might be coming through. A little battle going out on the other side of the map.
2 dead. Maybe a little bit of an opening here for Need 8's bat. This is the tricky thing about Bizarre CTF is that you either got to slay the whole team pushing together, or you got to try to sneak from behind and get maybe a counter pull, draw attention to yourself, but neither of these options are going to give you a guaranteed flag, just with all the space in between those 2 captures. And I think a big way to get that opportunity is to do it off the rockets. You can see Queen walked away with that rocket launcher. She already has a kill in the feed. You've got 2 dead. Miss Audy going to pick up a 3rd. So this is the answer they need. Need 8's bad. They've got numbers. They've got artillery. This is the opportunity right here.
Players starting to come off a respawn as well. Divine Damsel trying to make her way across the middle of the map. You're going to see Blodreinawill be playing Kevin Costner, but she'll be taken down after the first kill on one. The hop-up, the attempted retake here. Now across the map, it looks like it's going to be up to Miss Audy to keep players alive, or at least off of that respawn. It's going to be Queen pushing in this area. Hops up onto the first. See, it gets spotted out by JENELE. I believe they're going to have somebody come in from the backside. You're just way too exposed from the front side of that flag. You're going to have to come in here to try to go for this pick. The flag almost retaken here in this position. Mynx, though. Mynx wins a big fight. That is huge to be able to try to return this bad boy.
And a double, too. She's looking for more. Somehow thrusts out of the action, so Mynx just stayed alive. And look at the pressure out of Hydra Gaming as the entire team are around this flag trying to get the return on it. On top of that, they're holding on the numbers, too. If they can keep this up, they don't only get the they might have an opportunity for a pull of their own, and it's not going to be easy to do. Divine Damsel, the coverage, the defense with the plasma pistol, she'll go in huge here, and can she stay alive? You can see Hydra, they are not done pressuring just yet.
I really enjoyed how good Hydra was in that situation, staying in that same area. Beautiful frag grenade there by JENELE. Now Damsel has to pull back. They know that JENELE's in the spawn. Near the flag, one player pulls back through the big door. Audy gets the call out that they're on the opposite side. Audy might be sneaky here. I really think that she is going to be the clutch factor. She's going to have to get a fragmentation into the area of that contestation, maybe even a kill. She pulls the flag to make sure that they don't get but so much movement on it. Kills coming through. Mynx will get one onto Blodreinain the middle of the map. Now she's going to go for the own return. Gets the double smack there, the reversal. She gets the kill on the car. That is massive.
Not quite a clean ninja, but I mean, good enough, right? She did the job. And because of it, look at this, the flag's still going. Divine Damsel going to carry it through. And all she needs to do is, I guess, you just grapple it a little more. Make sure you get that one in. But a hard-fought battle from the whole team, and it all started with that play out of Miss Audy. She went huge. She got the opening, and Divine Damsel, she capitalized on it.
Oh my goodness. Miss Audy goes absolutely monumental for the squad there to try to give them that opening. Double kill in by Mynx, looking for a third. Fragmentation in, gets the bait down. She gets the triple kill as well. Flag will be picked up by LeCar, and LeCar, she's going to go for an answer back right here, right now. Shots on in the middle of the map. Queen's going to have that first shot out, but will get taken down. Bulldog picked up by krandberri. You can see players trying to rotate left, right, and center, trying to get some kind of retake here. Damsel with a mangler gets the pick on the flag. Shots out, won't be able to get that to kill and to go. LeCar answers with her own mangler, picks up the flag. They get the takeaway. They're going to have this thing right inside of their spawn. Flag is now returned. krandberri waiting in the wings of the Bulldog here with at least one teammate. They might need one more kill here to secure this flag capture and tie it up 1-1.
They've got it so close. Looks like they will manage to get it in. This is just a beautiful sign of a high-level team from Hydra right here. The fact that they were able to take that deficit, take that lost flag, and then turn it into a counter of their own, that's something you've always got to be prepared for as a team. You know your opponents are down numbers. You know you have an opportunity for control. Once again, Blodreina's going to find her own opportunity, too. By the way, she's got a double. She's right up on the doorway, still getting aggressive. Colin, you talked about it. It was her aggressive plays that I think put her where she is on this team. And look at the opportunity she's opened up for her teammates as Queen comes in, does damage of her own.
Queen does a ton of damage there, but ends up getting the kill. But I believe they might have gotten a little too nade happy as they threw, I think, about 3 fragmentation at Queen herself. So she got in there for the kill, but then immediately was shielded by her own squad. Now it looks like Mynx is once again going to be able to play a little bit of a secret man here as she is playing the 007 role. She's getting call-outs of where players are, pops out onto one. Damsel will be shielded up, tries to return fire, only hits a couple of bursts there. Doesn't even shield Mynx, and Mynx will have yet another picture-perfect take of the flag in the situation. And JENELE shuts down one, looks to shut down another. Audy had the one chance to try to answer this, but there it is once again in the middle of the map. Another beautiful retake by the side of Hydra, and they're going to take the lead here.
Yeah.
There's nobody to stop them.
That was beautiful out of Hydra, right? There's two main ways that you could do this. You could either send the whole team in to get the flag, or you get a flank, and that's what we saw out of Mynx. Mynx had a beautiful flag. She grabbed a flank. She grabbed the flag, and the remaining members of her team managed to delete everyone else on Need 8's bat. So there was nobody in position to stop that flag from going in. So the teamwork out of Hydra just secured them a 2-1 advantage. There's 4 minutes left on the clock to answer back here for Need 8's. They definitely can do it, but they got to start winning their fights out center, and JENELE not going to make it easy.
I think what we have to be concerned with is almost like the game plan is starting to come together for Hydra. Survive the CTF, make it to the Slayer where we were able to overcome a deficit. That might be what they're playing against. Beautiful plasma pistol shot there to enforce Queen to be rid of that overshield very quickly. Now Damsel Pushing in on the opposite side of the map. She's looking for the call-outs just like Mynx was. She wants to be able to hear her teammates call out that one might be too dead. And she's going to be looking back across the middle of the map, maybe trying to add in some team fire to help out. There's the kill there onto Krandberri, and I believe Damsel's now going to turn. She thrusts out toward that flag. We'll get the pick on it, and she's going to rotate it out to the left side of the map, but it looks like the other team, it looks like as well Hydra has the same opinion.
Bit of a joust about to happen here, center map. We'll see as both flags go out. Big kill out of Audy. Mynx going to take one as well. Flag still sitting there by the doorway, so maybe an opportunity for a return here from Audy. She drops down, though, doesn't get the full re. She's going for the fight down on Shoddy instead. We'll see what she can do about it, and quite a battle here going down as we say it. I think that flag was returned on both sides, actually, so neither will go through, and that's an advantage here for Hydra, as they still got 2 minutes 30 to burn. Or do they keep the pressure up? Looks like Krandberri will do just that.
I mean, I don't know why they'd take the pressure off. It's been working for them thus far. The only way they were able to come back into this was with team fire, with team pressure. Audy will get killed off by Mynx opposite side of the map. Mynx now, though, fragged out. She's going to just slide across there, but still get picked off. I believe Queen saw the movement just in time to get that kill. Now pushing out from their respawn. LehCar gets the call out that she's going to be pressured out by 2. Double frags in, gets the kill there. Now pushing into the spawn. JENELE needs to find that pickup, and she does just that, playing picture-perfect defense. It'll put more pressure onto the likes of iBlodreina, who have to fill in that spot now, fill in that gap, and try to apply pressure so her team can try to come away with at least one more pick to make it 2-2.
Look at this pinch out of iBlodreina. Her teammates opposite side map. She could do so much damage to keep her team alive. Shots into Krandberri as well. Can she kill her? She does. And because of this, is this the answer that need 8s need to get to this flag? iBlodreina doing it all. Gonna try to get to back base here. You got the OS on lock with her. That's a beautiful escort to have. She just needs to make it through, and it's all about stopping these overextenders. You can see they're spawning up under rockets. This is where the OS comes into play. Divine Damsel gonna get very aggressive up onto JENELE, and they drop multiple flags still out center. But with these kills, I don't see them stopping it anytime soon.
Yeah, they get the kills to be able to secure at least the flag pickup. Mynx, though, I like this. Instead of going for the flag, Mynx knows that she can get the quick kill there and give them a chance to try to get back into that flag capture position. Damsel will be shielded up. One player jumps up onto the top. Now Audy has to play defense here. She's got to guard out that flag. One player pushes out. That's going to be Reina. Reina with a pick real quick and gets into the house. Now she drops the flag to the bottom of the stairs, trying to force players closer and closer to their own respawn. Queen gets taken down. JENELE finds another one for the DK. JENELE can go huge here. One more kill for JENELE could necessarily net them the win, but the return's already in, so no necessary triple kill for JENELE in that situation, and they are down to under 1 minute to get a dub here. Shyway make it 2-2 and take us to a map 5.
Oh, they're dropping them everywhere, right? No matter what POV we switch to, it's just Hydra getting a kill. What a clutch from this team to stop that flag. Not only that, they got a third one in just for good luck, just to make sure that they have closed out this game confidently. But I mean, it all started with that play out of Mynx, the flank, or the overextension out of her to stop the flag in his tracks, and then the teamwork out of them to earn their kills and keep things on their side. I mean, it's just beautiful. Hydra, they come together when they need to, and Colin, like you said, we're going to a game 5.
Oh, without a doubt, less than 10 seconds and counting. Hydra tie it up on CTF Bazaar, and that, ladies and gentlemen, will get them a game 5, get them a chance to stay in the winner's bracket side of things. They are your victors for map number 4. They tie the series back up at 2-2. And Shyway, what is your biggest takeaway? What was the thing that gave Hydra the advantage, the edge in that map 4?
They always found an answer off of any little opening, any little deficit that was presented for them, right? We had that flag that went in from Team Audy, a beautiful flag they capped, but Team Hydra knew that off of that capture, they have to commit their resources back to the base. So Hydra was able to coordinate and lock them down, get the kills, and get an immediate counter off of it. So just finding those opportunities, finding those counter flags right away, I think is massive. And then you had some of those big flank plays. I mean, Mynx at the end of the game, Mynx stopped the flag for her team. She came up through Treehouse, completely disrupted the setup, and then the whole team had timing to win their kills and kind of create that snowball. I mean, just beautiful teamwork out of Hydra, and I can't wait to see what that presents us with in Game 5.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to see that Game 5 that Shyway is talking about, you're going to have to stick around. The Strongholds and the Oddball go way of need 8s. The CTF and the original Slayer go to Hydra. Who will win the live fire Slayer map 5? Find out right after this.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to one of the most fantastic series we have had yet for the Lady Spartan Pro Series, powered by Game Gooder. I'm Taylor Reflections Noble, joined by Shyway and Colin, and we're going to a Game 5, boys, and I could not be more excited for that. But first, we got to do some recapping, and I want to start off at no better place, at least in my opinion, than Oddball Streets, brother. LeClar, she has ball in hand, 98-46, Shyway. She drops it. She goes for the kills instead. She 100%, after rewatching the VOD, she could have got those final 2 seconds without question.
She definitely could have. And we were talking a bit about, why she didn't. If it was, did they get cocky? Did they feel very comfortable in that moment? Because they were winning by quite a bit, so they probably thought they could have locked it out, even if she went for, a couple extra kills and had the stats. But you can't really afford those moments when you get to high-level competitive Halo, because the moment a team gets an opportunity and they get control, the game can snowball very quickly. So I think a valuable lesson learned, and maybe thankfully for LeClar, it was a lesson learned earlier rather than later in the series.
Sure.
I guarantee she will not make those plays, or at least I assume she won't when we get down to the wire here, this final game.
She had a great recovery though, Colin. I mean, you're seeing even on your screen, man, popping off. She's at that point 22-14. She obviously was able to secure a cap as well. Colin, let's take a deeper look at the stats.
Yeah, the KDA with a 10.7 for LeClar, tied there with Mynx for first place overall on the team, with the 22 kills, 15 deaths, and 11 assists. When the pressure kind of mounted, it's funny, at that point, there was no real pressure on her. She was like, oh, we got this. It's 2 more seconds. She drops the ball. That's the way it kind of comes off to me. There was no real pressure. She makes a mistake. She has the blunder. They get taken out. They get 2-0'd on that oddball. And then when the pressure mounts, you got to win map 4. Mynx and LeClar go absolutely huge for their team. And I'm sorry to be the first one to do this, Taylor, but some might say that with the pressure on the line, with all of it mounting on her, LeClar and Mynx in that moment did not drop the ball.
Okay, Colin, fair enough, man. Food
God.
references, and now we're going with the cheesy dad jokes. Hey, it's never too early for that. Shyway, look, we head into map 4. Map 4, CTF, a chance to reset. And that was something you just said off the broadcast. Let's talk a little bit more about that. CTF, it was long-winded, 12.5 minutes. We see a victory, 3-1 in the side of Hydra Gaming. That's an important win for them and an important cooldown, or an important reset, if you will, after losing Oddball the way that they did. So how important was that CTF as they head into map 5?
Massive. Yeah, it was honestly the perfect map game type that they could have asked for, because they've got plenty of time to regain, plenty of time to come back to the fundamentals, come back to your positioning, come back to communication, team crossing, and just get the flow going, get the chemistry going. And it was something that I think became very apparent towards the end of that CTF game. They denied a big counter cap opportunity and got another of their own just to secure a 3-1 to close it. They're very coordinated. They're very comfortable looking now coming into Slayer. So it was a gift, I'd say, that they got that time to really regain after the the oddball play in the last one.
Right. And Colin, you set the storyline up correctly, right? You've casted over these group of ladies before, and it went the distance, and when it did go to distance, Hydra was able to get the victory. Now, granted, that was without BlodreIna, who is truly making a big difference, and we even got a smile out of her in the player cam, right? She was definitely happy to win that Streets map, but as a competitor and just as a caster in general, we've watched a lot of esports. We've seen a lot of matches and a lot of series. Sometimes when you've been here before, you're going against the same team. Now it's all on the line. This is your chance to go big. This is your chance to make it into grand finals and finally overcome your rival. Sometimes that could be a big mental barrier, Colin.
Without a doubt, you start to see demons, and I always refer to it as demons because it's just like they haunt you. You start to see ghosts on your shoulders because you start to have these falters, these little missteps against the same team over and over again. And it seems like no matter what you do, there's just one extra move you don't make. You're not quick enough and you miss it. You're not fast enough and you don't get there in time. You miss the shot by a half MS, whatever, a half refresh rate on your screen, whatever it might be. You all of a sudden feel like you just can't get over the hump. And what they got to do right here, right now is say, look, we had a lead in the first Slayer. We had the lead in the CTF. We had a chance to tie it up at one point. We had a good we had to stop them. We come into this later. We just got to play our game. We got to get the sniper in Audy's hands. We got to get the Heatwave. We got to keep LeClar off balance. They know what they got to do.
They know.
And LeClar is going to be that lady that needs to be shut down. Let's be very clear. But Miss Audy is going to definitely do her best to do so. Last time we had a chance to watch Need 8s, they played against Mirage. And you know, they had a chance to play on live fire. Granted, it was Stronghold, but the impact was the same. The sniper in Miss Audy's hands was deadly. And look, she didn't even smile or anything. Like I said, stone-blooded killer. You just got to play your game. The past is the past. Right now is the present. And it's time to make a big difference. Shyway, Colin, take it away from Map 5.
Colin, you know, one thing's for sure. Sorry to jump over you right there.
I love you.
There is, I love you too. there's no lack of comfort. There's no lack of confidence on Need 8s. They're called Need 8s for a reason. All they do is play sweaty 8s all day long in 8s lobbies. I mean, they are very comfortable playing with each other. I guarantee they will bring the energy. They're going to bring the fight in this final game. And I mean, they've already started it with a 4-2 here.
And I like what I saw there. Blodreinatrying to transfer that transfer that sniper over to the tower position. Heatwave on the bottom is wreaking havoc in the hands of Divine. Queen will pick up the sniper there, not be able to get that first shot to go. Divine Damsel now, still with the Heatwave underneath, looking for the next player to maybe be her next victim. Now Queen on the tower side. We'll get the call-outs of where the rotations are, and she maybe needs to find some help for her team. They have doubled up the score line here, 8-4. But it never hurts to have an extra sniper shot in the area, an extra body shot to maybe get that shield or maybe get the finishing kill for your squad.
Queen can lock down quite a bit with this, and she's already starting to do so. You can see she's under pressure, though. She needs team help, and I'm wondering where that team was, right? She's sitting back in tower the entire Hydra game, and they go outside, and nobody is outside to meet them. And now that they're finally here, they're dropping left and right. We got a couple trades coming in. JENELE will survive. Where did that snipe go, though? We got Blodreinawith a kill on the feed. We've got Divine Damsel with the Heatwave. Going to try to keep that in play. And a couple of these weapons, of course, going to be so important to maintain as the slays and trades continue here.
And there's Queen again. She finds the sniper on the ground. She's got 3 shots with it. And I think those 3 shots are pretty important. We just saw a quick kind of securing by Hydra of a couple of kills in a row, giving them the opportunity to even make this thing close. First shot rings out, doesn't get anything to go. Active camo up in 1. A shot toward JENELE. Won't be able to find anybody. Trades coming through on that side of the map as well. Looks like 2 more players are going to be rotating in. Another shot missed by Queen. That is very uncharacteristic of her, but she is feeling the pressure. Finds the kill there on a krandberri, and now finds the help from Audy underneath. They need to be able to secure it, though, as they need 1, maybe 2 more kills. JENELE rotating in, throws the frag at the bottom of the feet. Now has Audy in front of her. Audy with another kill there on JENELE, answering back and forth. 5-kill lead being opened up by Need 8s. And Hydra, they are just needing to find a couple more kills. That is a hell of a lot of fragmentation at that cubby corner.
It's a brawl here for sure. One team is going to have to break away. You can see Need 8s moving as a unit as well as they push up together, looking for angles. Queen going to do what she can just to stay alive here. Divine Damsel with an opening kill, though. Blodreina's got eyes on that Heatwave. I think that's the second time she's picked it up. So whoever can hold on to this and dominate some of these weapons, they can pull away with it. So Blodreinagetting tagged up from behind. Going to drop the Heatwave. Does connect with 1, but not quite enough to delete LeClar. She stays alive back B. We do have the snipe up in the map, though, I believe. I believe it's in the hands of a member on Need 8s.
Now we're going to see Blodreinarotating out here toward, B side of the map, looking for the extra shots on. They have the lead, and I appreciate this out of Need 8s as well. Slowing the game down and not giving up the angles, but that is 3 straight kills in a row. An overload and a flood in from Hydra finds them 4-3 in a kill feed, and that is 24-21 now. And even though it looked like Need 8s was trying to slow the game out, trying not to give up that score lead, I mean, it looked like Hydra just reached out and took that bad boy. They stole it from him.
They definitely did. They stole a snipe as well, and I wonder if it'll pop up in the feed here. See Blodreina doing what she can just to put damage in, but there's just too many of them over on C side. Camo about to spawn here as well. You can see Hydra Gaming starting to rotate outside to address it. In the meantime, Mynx not too worried about that, looking to cut them off with a beautiful little pinch. She gets Divine Damsel. Now behind enemy lines as well. You got JENELE, who picks up a kill. Miss Audy by her lonesome. And she does have snipe, but she doesn't see Mynx here. Mynx gonna turn and burn Blodreina as well. The awareness here to stay alive. She's still going. That's the snipe down too.
She is not gonna slow up in any way, shape, form, or fashion. And Shyway Stop me if you've seen this situation before. An early lead by Need 8 in a Slayer, answered back by a ton of kills out of Hydra, tying it up. And now Hydra looking to pick up one more to try to maybe get this lead in. And they get it right there. I love the deployable shield drop. Stands behind it, gets the extra shots in. Now Damsel has to worry about getting shot on as well. But the kills are through and true for Need 8 as they get the kill lead to only be one. They need to find a second one here, but Hydra, just the perfect rotations. JENELE with a triple, looking to maybe make it one more, maybe trying to get Damsel, but can't get it to go. Frag grenade, not enough and not in time.
Colin, I don't think you could have asked for anything better as game 5. I mean, how freaking close is this game? They just continue to trade blows here. Nobody able to slay the other as far as like a full team wipe. We got 2 dead here. Divine Damsel in trouble. She'll try to stay up on the podium there, but JENELE does deal with her. And because of it, a slight lead on the side of Hydra Gaming. What did Need 8s do to bounce back here? They got to coordinate outside. The drop ball not going to help too much. Little trade comes in. Big pickup out of Audy. They secure high ground for this. Maybe they can use that to turn things around, unless JENELE's got something to say about it. Look at this. A double, maybe a triple here too.
Looking for that next shot in. That'll be 39-35, 11 kills to go to the 15 of Need 8's. Queen will finally pick up one there, trying to stop the bleeding for her squad. Krandberri here over at green, over at B, trying to find this rotation. She's going to see one frag land in front of her, a second one down at the bottom. She sees, I believe, BlodreIna at least up top, and one teammate got body checked there at the bottom tunnel. They're going to start rotating around and behind LeCar with the Mangler, just waiting in the wings for somebody to drop underneath of her. There's a shot on from Reina, Damsel, and Queen, but there's the repulsor up to the top. Krandberri trying to go on a flank here, throws out one frag and a second, won't be able to find anything. She's going to go up to the tower. This is a good flank angle for her, and we're on board with Krandberri. She is only 6 and 8, but she has the 5 assists, trying to help her team in any way, shape, form, or fashion that she can. Shots on another big kill from BlodreIna, just trying to tie this bad boy up, and they get it. First team to 10. Skin of your teeth, finest frog's hair. Map 5, Hydra Gaming and Need 8's coming down to the wire.
It's dangerously close and a dangerous little play. You're coming out of Krandberri. She does kill Queen and takes the snipe as well. Krandberri was waiting for her opportunity in tower. I think she's finally found it. Got a drop ball as well. Do they just play high ground, right? Need 8s needs to respect them. They're likely all on the other side of the map, and the game is about to slow to a crawl here. Nobody wants to give up a kill. And the person to make that play is Krandberri. JENELE just going to guard the hallways, too. You can see they got all the weapons. There's a Mangler that spawns opposite sides, so maybe Need 8s can use that. But the sniper is the difference maker here. You got to watch your face.
Oh, can't get away with your life. You're going to lose at least your backside as Queen tried to run away from that 43-42. Plenty of shots left. LeCar full shielded. Will not go down, though. Gets the regen off, and they're going to continue to get the call-outs here. LeCar finds the kill on Audy on the bottom side. Audy answers back with one, though, onto JENELE. Now looking for the extra shots on 43-44. Now 45-43 as LeCar finds another one as she starts to feel herself. There's the momentum change. Krandberri pushing in toward green. They get the call-out as Audy finds JENELE in the middle of the map. 2 players. I believe it's Mynx rotating in with Krandberri onto Damsel. They get the first kill. Now looking for a second and a third. Audy all by herself. Can't find anybody. 3 before 6 is what the number is to win this map. Number 5, Reina. She's just trying to hide here behind the sandbags, trying to find a little jump shot onto somebody. 47-45, shots in from the car. Mangler out, gets the shield, gets the kill. One last pull of the trigger as she disappears. Shyway, we're in the final stretch of this one.
2 more to go as they bring it to 46, but Hydra Gaming, the teamwork, the clutch plays we've seen out of them in the last links of the game here. They're running together, and when they're not running together, they've got the camo, they've got the resources to work with. This could be the game in the hands of JENELE, and I like this patient play. She goes for the sticky spike nades to work with here. How does she do this, though? I almost want to see her get aggressive, right? You can't hear footsteps with the camo. She's now lost the camo and lost what might have been an opportunity to get cheeky there. Are they waiting for snipe, though, right?
Yeah.
Nobody's moving. You got Mynx waiting for snipe. You got Divine Damsel sitting on key door. Audy in the back of the map. Mynx is going to go for this. That's going to set everything in motion.
This is a win or lose situation for both teams, in my opinion, because you're going to have a full spread for both squads. 4 kills wins it for one, 2 wins it for the other. The push in onto the sniper could win you or lose you this game, but nobody takes the first shot. LeCar calls out Brutes. Oh, goodness gracious.
I've never, in all the tournaments I've casted, I've never seen Halo play this slowly at the end of the game. You know she doesn't want to go for the snipe right away. If she picks it up, the entire team knows. She actually leaves it behind, though. Gets a kill bottom mid instead. That brings it to 49. With a 4v3 advantage, they can get aggressive, and you know she wants to. Audy not going to make it easy, though. She'll answer back with some damage here. JENELE still in the doorway. JENELE looking for the pickup. The repulsor. Oh, it's not enough. JENELE will still find it in a 50-47 to close out the closest series we have had all day by a long shot.
Oh my goodness gracious. What a game 5 coming down to the wire. I mean, it was first team to 10. It was up to those final few moments because it was 46-48. Both teams wait on the sniper, and somehow, someway, that initial pick by Mynx opens up the floodgates. Everybody starts to flood around. I think my favorite moment was that little glimpse, that little light at the end of the tunnel when the repulsor hit and you saw JENELE miss a shot or two, and you can feel the shaky hands come in. And then she said, nope, I'm going to hit one more. Let me just get one more out.
I would have windmilled for sure.
Bro, that series was like amazing. But we knew it would be going into it, just the history that they've had. But one thing is for certain, whether it be Blodreinaor not, it's still Hydra who's going to be victorious, right? They remain victorious. They remain in the winner's circle. Make no mistake about it, though. What an incredible series that was. It came down to just 3 eliminations. Shyway, I'm going to let you dive a little bit deeper into the scoreline.
I mean, we take a look at it, pretty even across the board. I mean, just testament to how evenly matched these teams are. I think the big difference maker here is the assist category, though, right? 10 out of xLehcar. I think it was 13 out of Mynx, and that's the big area where they managed to pull away. I think it was the teamwork, especially in the end. I mean, we saw it was like kill number 46 or 47 in A, where Audy is in back A trying to live, and then 2 players like almost inside each other. Like they're so close together. They fly in and they both get melees. I mean, what do you do when players are stacked like that together with teamwork at the end? It's just, you know, that type of coordination and I think clutch factor we saw was the big difference maker at the end.
Yeah, clutch factor, man. And we saw the clutch factor throughout pretty much all 8 ladies tonight. And I love the fact that, Colin, you brought up Mynx. And Mynx had so many great plays today, not only here when it came to Slayer map number 5, but even going back to CTF as well. She was the one who derailed that magnificent push we were seeing come out from the side of Need 8's bat. If she doesn't shut that flag run down, and which obviously discombobulated Need 8, there's potentially a chance Need 8 wins map number 3, or at least stands a chance to win map number 3. So Mynx, you know, I don't know if I can give her MVP per se, but she definitely had some high impactful plays when she needed to.
It depends on how you define most valuable player. People will look at the stat lines of LeCar throughout the 5 maps and say, yeah, she's MVP without a doubt. But I think if you look at most valuable player, for the player you got the most value of, they made the most plays for your squad, Mynx is right there in the running, if not overtaking anybody else on the side of Hydra. And that's why they come away with that game 5. I wanted to hit you with another little stat real quick, Taylor. You were talking about how that map 5 played out. Shyway calls out the assists. In map 2 on the Team Slayer, it was a 6 assist differential that helped win by 6 kills the side of Hydra. You want to know what the assists were on that one? It was 33-21. It was a 12 assist differential. I know it only came down to, I believe, 2 or 3 kills. 3 kills there. Just 3 kills. But those 12 assists, without that extra advantage, those 12 extra assists, that could have been lopsided in the favor of Need 8's bad. But instead, Hydra Gaming continues to lean on their teamwork, on their money-making machines of LeCar and Mynx that keep getting them these dubs, and that's why they find themselves now the team to beat. Now somebody has to bracket reset on them, and that is not, of all places. I mean, it's like hell in a broken AC room. Those are the only 2 places I would rather not be than have to bracket reset against this Hydra game.
I'm hearing you, man. I really am. I wouldn't want to do it, but you know, the thing is too, you got to think about the mentality that Need 8s would have had. You know, if they secured their spot in grand finals, they beat the boogeyman, if you will, the boogie lady, which at least in their case is Hydra, because you know they haven't beat them yet. That would have been such a big, like, you know, just a sigh of relief, okay? But they didn't, and now they do have to try to go for the bracket reset, and Shyway, that's not going to be easy.
It's not, but if any team is going to bounce back and reset bracket, it's them. Like, they I know this team well, and they do not stop. They don't go down without a fight. Their mentality is relentless. They need eights, right? It's like literally in their team. They are always they're always grinding. They're always ready to grind. They're always grinding with the likes of the best players in the world as well. They're constantly swapping out, sweaty lobbies and playing with and against each other on a regular basis. So there's a lot of comfort. There's a lot of confidence here. The fact that they got as close as they did, I think, would just make them hungrier. So I expect to see them come back. I guess it's just a matter of whether or not we've got some sneaky up-and-comer teams in that lower bracket that can kind of come through and surprise us, because we still haven't seen everyone just yet.
We haven't. Well, we're about to see two great teams that I don't think we've seen today. Good Vibes and Fallen Esports. Two very talented rosters. They've already beat some of the likes who have been in winner's bracket already. Obviously, I'm talking about 69 Bandits, who played very well. Mirage, who, they got 3-0'd. There's no other way around it. It wasn't close. They ended up losing themselves 3-0. But the reality is Fallen Esports, Good Vibes, especially Good Vibes. I think for me, Veronica's going to provide a ton of value on that roster. I know we're going to dive deeper when we come back for break. But Good Vibes is really that team that could, in fact, be that sleeper team coming from losers that could very well disrupt this entire bracket. And they would be ecstatic to get first, or even honestly ecstatic to get second or third, man. And they're right on the cusp of being that third place team if they can just get through Fallen Esports. Speaking of which, Colin, are there any teams that I just mentioned, Fallen Esports, Good Vibes, that particularly stands out to you in the next matchup?
It's got to be Good Vibes, and I think the reason for it is, like you were just saying, you were kind of highlighting it. They look at it as we can be that dark horse because of the fact that there are no real eyes on them. Of course, we're going to have them on broadcast, so all the physical eyes are on them, but it's not like anybody took a look at this bracket and said, you know what, it's going to be Good Vibes in the end, standing tall over Hydra, over Need 8s, over everybody else, and because of that, there is no team more dangerous than the team that nobody expects something from. They can play free, play clear, they can play with a conscience and a mindset of whatever we do, it's better than what they expected us to do. So let's go out there and bang with the best of them and put everybody to the bricks.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a great tournament, though. And Shyway, I know for one that I've been very impressed with the talent that these females have to offer. I mean, we knew coming into this we were going to be learning more about them, and we will continue to learn more about the ladies competing each and every week. But Shyway, I've been blown away.
I have too. I mean, it doesn't matter where you look. Everybody can pop off. Everybody's making massive plays. And we haven't seen everyone just yet as well. I mean, we're talking about these two teams coming up. Falling Esports, I got to talk about as well. I mean, Command Station.
Please.
The fact that we haven't seen Command Station in this top, this finals, I think is surprising to me, considering how talented she is. I'm used to watching her play from Halo 5 in grand finals in the 2v2s and a lot of very high-level individual skilled opportunities. Anyway, either way, I expect her to make big plays. I don't know her teammates too well, but if she's with them on a team, I expect all her teammates to be cracked too. So expect a hell of a matchup coming up.